Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Let's see some of the numbers here for DeAndre Ayton.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves and is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. And for Portland, Avdija is the 3 with Grant at the 4. Matisse Thybulle out there with Scoot Henderson. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
Now here's Grant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. McDaniels finds Conley. To the paint. And stolen by Williams. On the break. Here's Grant. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing what is to his strength, which is get out in transition, give yourself an easy opportunity.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Allie, what do you have to say?
He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Thybulle. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Randle.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Conley against Henderson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's McDaniels. And a nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
The Trailblazers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Henderson. And here's Grant from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Edwards, no good. Now Portland with it. They trail by 1. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good. But the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments. And that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
And here's Grant from the arc. He drops it from range. Grant's got 5.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Got it.
What a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Bulls, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they were hoping to begin the year better. It's still too soon to hit the panic button, but they're heading in the wrong direction.
Williams misses. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Pass to Conley. Fires from deep. Williams grabs the board. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Grant outside. The three is up. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Minnesota with possession here, coming off a win against the Blazers.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Count it. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
Outside Thibault. Back to Henderson. Up and over Conley. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Edwards from behind the arc. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Edwards has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Avdia passes to Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, just sensing the defensive overcommitment there. Avdia making them pay with the right timed pass.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Now here's Conley. No points yet. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. For 3, Conley. Portland with a rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Grant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Randall against Grant. Randall right side. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
First one falls, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Shooting guards who are great defenders. The steals leaders. The 4th spot held by Anthony Edwards.
The overall quickness of these guys is just flat out incredible. I mean, quick feet, quick hands. That's why they're effective perimeter defenders.
Effective doesn't begin to describe this crew. Their defensive skills are game-changing. And it isn't just the steals. It's the ability they have to get in their opponents' heads and force them into bad decisions.
Here's Conley. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Scoot Henderson.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
The first free throw is good. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
And Conley drops them both. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Now here's Henderson. Still without a bucket. Over McDaniels. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
You have to be careful when Jaden McDaniels is in your area as an offensive player. This guy is so elite defensively.
Simons with a rebound.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Avdia passes to Graham. Simons with it. 14 points for him last game against Minnesota.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Conley with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. And he's able to get it back. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Now here's Edwards. There's the triple. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Blazers trail by 7. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Williams passes to Grant. No good again that time.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Randall. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And now it's a 9-point Minnesota lead.
The ability to get to the mid-range game is something Julius Randle has proven he can do.
Grant against Randall. Williams a screen on Randall. Grant the pass to Simons. Puts one up from 19. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Pure from three-point range.
And over the course of a season, this is one of Simon's strengths, his efficiency from range.
Minnesota leading by 6. Now Edwards. He has 6. Pass to Randall. The kick out to Conley. Lets the 3 fly. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Wow, Mike Conley from deep range. Okay.
Portland has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. On the wing, Simons. Back to Henderson. Three-pointer. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Now here's Gobert. In his last outing, 8 points for him. McDaniels can't hit. Here's Avdia. Simons outside. And here's Grant from the arc. Fires in the triple. Grant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Very good awareness from Grant. Just the ability to catch and shoot. So important to his growth.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And some changes here for Portland. Ayton, he's checked in for Williams. Thibault comes in for Grant. And Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Henderson. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Dozier comes in for McDaniels. Dillingham's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Pass to Dozier from downtown. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Here's Simons. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Randle. He picked up 15 in their last win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Simons. A minute 29 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Ayton. And there's a 3-second violation. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they're in 6th place, but still time to make a move in the standings. And, of course, Portland down a few spots.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And they're on the run. Here's Thibault. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Doris, if you're a Wolves fan, you really have to enjoy the present.
Well, think about it. 56-26 last year, their second best record ever. A 3 seed in the West, also their second best ever. As long as they have the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, that team should be a factor in the West.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Randle. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Here's Sharp. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Simons with a steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Reith. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Dillingham. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland. Randle outside. DiVincenzo on the wing. Another miss by Minnesota. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead, up by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. On the court for the Timberwolves. Second quarter underway. Nas Reed out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Dozier in at the 3. It's Edwards with a drive. Edwards finishes strong against the D.
Anthony Edwards, excellent concentration under pressure of excellent defense and just scores it anyway.
Now here's Simons. Five on the clock. Here's Ayton. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Reed.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to DiVincenzo. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. 4th, Portland.
Let's see if they'll be able to keep scoring at this rate throughout this season. Over the last 10 games, their ability to score in transition has been special.
It's Sharp on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Thibault finds Sharp. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound Minnesota. Here's Dozier. Pass to Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Reed. For 3, DiVincenzo. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Blazers trail by 10. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Sharp. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Now here's Simons. 6 points for him. That one no good. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Thibault against DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. Reed sets a screen. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. It's stolen by Thibault. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Now here's Sharp, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. And he makes it on the layup. Sharp's gotten 4 this quarter.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Kamara, he's checked in for Portland. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Dozier. Minnesota leading by 6. DiVincenzo with it. Outside Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Reith. Sharp against DiVincenzo. Ayton lays it up and banks it in. Ayton's got his first 2 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Outside Edwards. Here's Gobert. Back to Edwards. Tipped away. Gobert with a screen on Simons. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Gobert, too strong.
Over the course of his career, Rudy Gobert has become so much better finishing inside.
Here's Sharp. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Outside Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
And there's a pick. And here's Simons outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Conley passes to Edwards. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Wednesday, they kick off a road trip in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Williams is checked in for Portland. Grant comes in for Kamara. Simons against Edwards. Now here's Simons. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ayton. Nice D from Reed.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Reed. Grant with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. The finish. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Look at Grant go. I mean, he picks the pocket and it just takes off.
Here's Edwards. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Portland. Reed, a screen on Simons. The kick out to Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. Off target from outside.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Sharp passes to Grant. To the inside. Williams. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Boy, give Naz Reed credit. He perfectly timed that block. Wow.
Over to the wing. Outside Conley. The kick out to Edwards. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Sharp goes in. The baseline J is off the mark. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Here's Conley. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Denny Avdia's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Simons. Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for DiVincenzo. The shot by Conley, no good.
He struggles shooting the rock, yet they're still winning. It's a good thing his teammates have played well.
Williams in the post, defended by Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Conley against Grant. Up and over Conley. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Gobert. Edwards looking for an opening. Back to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota. Blazers trail by 5. Avdia from outside. Randle pulls down the board. And so Randle will bring it up for the T-Wolves. They've led by as much as 10. The shot by Conley, no good. Portland has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside Sharp. Avdia passes to Henderson. Avdia screen on Conley. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels with it to stop the drought. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Yeah, McDaniels really trying to become consistent with that jump shot.
And Portland shooting just 27% in the second quarter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. And the Blazers making a change here. Thibault's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. And Minnesota with possession here. 8-point game. Randle against Grant. Now here's Randle. Not a lot of room. Here's McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota again missing. Portland shooting just around 32% from the field. Thibault passes to Henderson. Avdia outside. Williams a screen on McDaniels. Avdia from outside. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota leading by 8. Now Conley. 5 points in the game. It's McDaniels on the wing. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Gobert comes up empty down low. Here are the Blazers with the ball. They host the Hawks after this one, and that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Thibault. Pass to Graham. Henderson with it. Checked by Randle. Thibault on the wing. Back to Henderson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. A quick look at the best when it comes to the boards. Rudy Gobert on top.
And the way he's rebounded the ball this season has been special. His teammates really appreciate his hard work and physicality on the glass.
Minnesota leading by 8. A minute 20 left in the half. Outside, DiVincenzo. For 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's Henderson. Count it. After missing his first 6 shots, now 1 for 7.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Randall against Grant. Randall left side. Down low. Strong finish by Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
There's 42 seconds left in the second. Avdia passes to Williams. On the wing, Grant. Shoots over Randall. Second chance shot. And Gobert with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession. Dillingham's checked in for DiVincenzo. On defense, the Timberwolves. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Grant in the post. Randall's there. Henderson for 3. He's got it. That makes him 2 for 8. Hopefully he can get it going now.
Just a patient play by Henderson, taking his time despite the clock.
Left side, Conley. Pass to Randall. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Randall's got his second bucket of the night. And the first half now in the books. It's Minnesota. They're up by 10. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
I think for the Timberwolves, they're finding out anyone can win on any night. That said, once they've adjusted, watch out. Lots of firepower on this roster.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
When you take care of the boards, usually things turn out well, unless you're getting shot out the gym.
Which hasn't happened yet.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And here's Conley. Avdia's the 3 with Grant at the 4. Scoot Henderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Shots good by Henderson.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Up top, Randall. He's covered by Grant. The kick out to Conley. There's the 3. The shot won't fall. Nice D from Avdia. Blazers trail by 7. Now here's Henderson. Misses the layup.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Henderson against Conley. Outside McDaniels. Over Avdia. McDaniels can't hit.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Grant, the pass to Henderson. Now Williams. Pass to Grant. Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Here's Avdia. No points so far. Clock at 6. Here's Henderson. Again, the miss by Portland.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Williams, a screen on Conley. To the middle. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Matisse Thybulle.
Well, Rudy Gobert showing a bit of an edge on the interior. This guy, if he goes up strong, the defense is going to have to whack him to contain him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
He's off on the second.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Now here's Avdia. No made baskets yet. On target from range.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Conley. He's got 5. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, Mike has specialized over the years in being able to get defenders committed. Nicely done.
Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
Well, the seasoned veteran Mike Conley has been such a soft-spoken guy, but he has also been one of the NBA's best leaders, both on and off the floor.
And Conley drops them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to Graham. Looking to get it going. The kick out to Williams. Grant against Randall. Grant, the pass to Henderson. 6 to shoot. Thibault, a screen on Conley. Henderson for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. The Timberwolves lead by 9. Pass to Conley. Here's McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, this is what you get when you run the offense through Conley, on time and on target.
Now here's Henderson. Give him 8. Williams misses.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Henderson against Conley. Outside Edwards. Pass to Randall. The 3. Portland with a rebound. Williams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Grant. And Gobert with a block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
Outside Edwards. Conley, a screen on Henderson. Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Blazers trail by 10. Henderson for 3. Again, the miss by Portland.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Outside Conley. Edwards against Abdia. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Henderson with it. Give him 8. Outside Thibault. Abdia outside. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards got 5 rebounds tonight. Randall inside. He's covered by Grant. Randall can't hit.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Grant finds Thibault. Grant's shot is off. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Outside McDaniels. Conley passes to McDaniels. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. Well, you always want high field goal percentages from the bigs. These are the best at efficiently putting the ball in the bucket. Rudy Gobert on top.
He just looks in control and confident on the offensive end, not rushing anything, and as a result, he's shooting a high percentage from the field.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Henderson, the pass to Grant. Back to Henderson. Soft touch off the glass. Henderson's got 10 points.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Minnesota leading by 10. Randall, a screen on Thibault. That's another board! And he hauls in his 20th rebound.
Oh, just dominating the glass. They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 10. Thibault on the wing. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Henderson against Conley. Back to Gobert. Some solid defense from Williams. Blazers trail by 9. Grant outside. Pass to Henderson. It's Avdia on the wing. Now here's Williams. Now Henderson, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Fires the 3. They get it back. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, you love to see Julius Randle attack the offensive glass, get to his second chance opportunities. That's really well done.
Portland has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Avdia against DiVincenzo. Now here's Henderson. Defense is right there. From deep. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 17. Back to Randall. He shoots it. Portland with a rebound. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Henderson against Conley. Shots good by Henderson. Henderson's got 7 points here in the quarter.
There's so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
Minnesota has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Thibault. Here's Edwards. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Henderson with a screen on Edwards. Back to Henderson. Stolen by Conley. And here's the fast break. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Henderson against Conley. Avdia outside. Pass to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the shot. Randall with some nice D.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Blazers trail by 15. Henderson outside. The 3-ball. And it's Thibault missing. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 42% in this third quarter. Here's Edwards. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
There is so much to love about Anthony Edwards. He is one of the most skilled young basketball players in the league, but he also happens to be quite charismatic.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Dozier comes in for Mike Conley. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with. 1:27
left in the third quarter. Sharp up top. DiVincenzo covering. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And they get it back. Ayton. And no good. The dry spell continues. Minnesota leading by 17. Here is DiVincenzo. 7 points in the game. Pass to Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. And coming off arguably the best season of his career, Donte DiVincenzo on the rise, Doris.
No question about it, B.A. becoming one of the feared shooters in the game from three-point distance. He's bounced around a little bit, but had his best season on both ends of the floor. This guy is a tough two-way player.
So hits one and misses one at the line.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Simons finds Sharp. The three is up. The offensive rebound. Ayton, no good. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Edwards, the pass to Randall. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Kamari. And here's Ayton. Fires from the corner. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Up top, Reed. Shoots over Ayton. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Reed's got 5 points. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Anthony Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Donte DiVincenzo, and it's Dozier in at the small forward position. A slam dunk by Reid.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Now here's Simons. Pass to Ayton. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Now here's Edwards. DiVincenzo with it. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision making. That's a pretty setup.
Sharp against DiVincenzo. Ayton, a screen on DiVincenzo. Three-pointer Sharp. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Here's Dozier, guarded by Sharp. Here's Reed. Three-pointer. The kick out to Edwards from behind the arc. That shot, no good. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Simons with it. He's picked up by Edwards.
Nice find there from Simons. Solid at recognizing when his teammates are uncovered.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Simons against Edwards. To the inside, Alexander Walker. It's tipped. Simons outside. Pass to Sharp. Now Aiden. Simons outside. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Edwards, the pass to Alexander Walker.
Come get it. Hit me, I'm open. Screen.
6 on the shot clock. Back to Edwards. Launches it. And the three-pointer goes. Edwards got 27 points.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Sharp against DiVincenzo. Out to the wing. Here's Reith. Simons outside. Lets it go from 14. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
Boys, Simon's jump shot is pure from anywhere on the floor.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Grant's checked in for Reith. The Timberwolves also with a sub, like Conley's checked in for Dozier. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Outside Conley. Back to Alexander Walker. Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision making.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. The Trailblazers have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Sharp. Here's Kamare. All sorts of time. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Conley passes to Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Doris, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, PA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization. What's your ownership like? What is their commitment level to winning? What is your front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in.
And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them. Well, just ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hands. That is Denny Avdia. This guy has an instinct to score it.
Edwards with it. Out to DiVincenzo. The three is up. Nails it from three.
A tale of two halves. After a slow start, he's turning his offense around.
Pass to Williams. Simons outside. Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, when you put Simons in that pick and roll action, it puts major pressure on the defense.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Reed, a screen on Avdia. Outside, Alexander Walker. And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Thibault, he's checked in for Portland. Avdia against DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple. Blazers trail by 20. Avdia attacking. Can't cash it in from close range. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Grant outside. Williams a screen on Reed. Stolen by Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. Jacks up a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Avdia outside. Here's Henderson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Henderson's got 9 points here in the second half. Minnesota leading by 18. Now Conley. And here's Reed. Williams defending. And stolen by Williams. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Thibault. Three-pointer in transition.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Minnesota with possession here. Here is DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Good on the shot. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Grant, guarded by Edwards. Here's the pick. Grant against Edwards. Henderson scanning the floor. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. The Timberwolves lead by 17. Here's Alexander Walker. Portland with a rebound. Williams has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Alexander Walker. And Dozier is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Avdia. Henderson outside. Thibault, a screen on Conley. Henderson for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And stolen by Williams. Henderson with it. He's picked up by Conley. Here's Avdia. Here's Grant. Portland, no good that time either. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting about 43% in this one. Randle, good.
Well, if you're Julius Randle, sprint the floor and get an easy one.
Pass to Williams. Inside. That's good from Grant. On the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Now here's Edwards. Randle, a screen on Thibault. Randle outside. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Portland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Pass to Williams. And here's Henderson. Tries to break his ice. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. And he can't get the first one.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
He hits the second from the line. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Edwards against Thibault. It's McDaniels on the wing. 5 on the clock. Over Avdia. McDaniels can't hit. Blazers trail by 18. Henderson for 3. Offensive board. Avdia outside. Tries again.
The painted area is not for the faint of heart, and Avdia making some contact happen. I love that.
That one's off. And he sinks the second. Now here's Edwards. Randle left side. Sinks the tray. Randle's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
So it's Portland now. Outside Thibault. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. The shot by Conley. No good.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break. And he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Now here's Henderson. Gobert with the double. It's blocked by Gobert.
There is a reason his nickname is the Stifle Tower. Send it back, Rudy.
2 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Timberwolves lead by 20.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And they've now won themselves a 2-1 advantage in this season series. We'll see if it's the same story when these two meet one last time.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter. Conley against Henderson. Down low. Here's Avdia. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, guys, when you think of Denny Avdia, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of the big stage.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Randall, a screen on Thibault. Edwards against Thibault. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Off the mark there with a 3. And here are the Trailblazers now. Floats one. Avdia against Edwards. It's blocked by Gobert. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Spins. Conley passes to Edwards. Four on the clock. Pass to McDaniels. Over Williams. Outside for Randall. It's stolen by Henderson. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back because these guys are very talented and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.